Hi class, let's look at question 5. Please try question 5 after you have done question 4. For question 5, I will upload the answers with some blanks, then you try. Any question you can ask me in WhatsApp. For question 5, the difficulty of the question is almost the same as question 4. I believe if you can understand question 4, you can do question 5. Okay, let's look at additional information. I will discuss the additional information. After that, you can try to do the question. Number 1. Okay, I'll enlarge so that I hope you can see the words. The company provides depreciation on non-current assets at the following rate using straight line basis. So far, the question asks us to use straight line basis. But in the future, when we do other questions, some questions will ask us to use reducing balance method. But for now, we just focus on straight line method. We have leasehold land, 2%, buildings, 5%, furniture and fittings. Do you know what are fittings? Fittings are also like furniture, but fittings would be on the floor or on the wall or on the ceiling. Something like air conditioner, the aircon or the fans, those things that you have to install onto the wall or onto the ceiling, those are fittings. 10% on cost. Signboard, also 10% on cost. The question says that the land part of leasehold land and buildings is 480,000 ringgit. Why do they give this information? Let's look at the question, the trial balance. Here, leasehold land and buildings. They combine the cost for leasehold land and buildings, 986,000. But if you notice, the depreciation percentage for land and building, these two are different, correct? 2% and 5%. But they give us the total cost for land and building. Here, they give us 986,000 total cost for land and building. How do we calculate the cost of buildings? You need to take the 986,000, the total cost, minus cost of land, 480,000. Therefore, cost of buildings is 506,000. This way, we can use the percentage to calculate the cost, to calculate the depreciation. For example, the depreciation expense for land, 2% times this, the cost of land. Depreciation for buildings, 5% times this, 506,000. Here, inventory as at 31st December 2009 was this number. Okay, let's look at the question. The question asks us to prepare statements, SOCI for the year ended 31st December 2009. Therefore, this information is closing inventory. They give us accrued expenses. Remember, we must put all this into current liabilities. These are current liabilities in the SOFP. And remember, you must add this into expenses in SOCI. Let's look at number 4. Included in the administrative expenses is insurance of building for which premiums are paid annually in advance of 1st of March each year, amounting to 12,000 ringgit. Premiums are paid annually. Remember, annually, that means for 1 year. Every year, the company would pay insurance on 1st March, and this payment is for 12 months, and the payment is 12,000 ringgit. I have put a note here. This payment is for 12 months. Okay. Here, let's look at the question. The question asks us to prepare the SOCI for the year ended 31st December 2009. However, okay, if we check the additional information, the payment is on March. The first payment is March. That means you pay the insurance premium for 12 months, this will be from March until February 2010. That means one payment is for 12 months, but each month, okay, let's look at the calculation. Insurance for 1 month is 1,000 ringgit because 12,000 ringgit is for 12 months. However, your accounting year is until 31st December. Okay, let's look at the question again. The year end of the company is 31st December 2009. Therefore, the financial year or accounting year is from 1st January until 31st December 2009. This means we have paid in earlier. We have paid in advance. Here, if you use fingers, we use fingers to calculate from 1st March. Okay, 1st March until February 2010. 1st March 2009 until February 2010, it will be 12 months. But because the financial year ends in December, that means we have paid earlier for January and February 2010. We paid in advance, or we call it prepaid insurance. How to calculate this? Okay, we just ignore the keyboard. We take prepaid insurance, 2 months times 1,000 ringgit is 2,000 ringgit. This 2,000 ringgit is for January and February 2010. Because we paid this in advance, we paid earlier, we should remove from SOCI because this is for next year's SOCI. This 2,000 ringgit is not for this year's SOCI, but since it's our current asset, we must put prepaid insurance as current asset in SOFP. Any question, please ask me about prepaid insurance. Because sometimes students might feel confused, so if you're not sure, you can message me about this prepaid insurance. Let's look at number 5. 1/5 of rent has been paid in advance. How to calculate? You take 1/5 times 40,000. How to get 40,000? Take from the trial balance 40,000. You will get 8,000. It's also prepaid rent. It's a prepayment. Therefore, we must put it in the current account, in the SOFP current account. Number 6, a debt is being due to be collected amounted to 18,000 ringgit. We expect or estimate that customers cannot pay back 18,000 ringgit. Let's check the trial balance. Is there any provision for doubtful debts from last year? There's no provision for doubtful debts from last year. Therefore, last year it was 0. This year 18,000. Therefore, increase in provision for doubtful debts 18,000 ringgit. There was no provision for doubtful debts last year. This question has tax, so you have to minus tax under your profit. If you are not sure about the format, please check the format in the topic 2 notes. Anything you're not sure, you can ask me, or you can check the format in the study guide. Number 8, the directors wish to provide a dividend of 5%. You remember to take 5% times share capital to get dividend. Wish to provide, that means directors, they wish to keep some money to pay the dividend next year. Number 9, loan interest of 5% has not been recorded into book. That means you have not recorded loan interest in the trial balance. It means you have not paid this loan interest yet. How to calculate the loan interest? We have to check the loan. How much is the loan? The loan, long-term loan here. Let's look at long-term loan. It's 400,000. That means we need more than 1 year to pay the long-term loan. Let's say we borrowed 400,000 ringgit from the bank. We have not paid 5% interest. You take 400,000 times 5%. Then you will get 20,000 ringgit. We must pay interest. The interest for the bank we must pay every year. But since we have not paid the 20,000 ringgit, we haven't paid this year, we must pay next year. That's why it's a current liability. we have discussed about the 9 additional information. Please try this question, and then you can also check the final answers, but there are some blanks for you to fill in. Any question you can ask. That's all for our class today. Thank you.